My biological father is Dr. Umar. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you and you shut me down. You ignored me. And I'm not bashing you.
Really?
I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life.
Dr. Umar Johnson is back in the news again. Now, we know that Dr. Umar Johnson bust on the scenes about 15, 16 years ago as a child psychologist. He was coming in catering to Black Pan-Africanism and telling Black people that we got to build, just talking to regular old Pan-African, pro-Black B1 talk that a lot of us was raised up on. And he just so happened to be from my city, the city of Philadelphia, right? And he was telling Black women, single moms, what to do with their children in these schools. And don't let them put your children in special ed, talking about the medicine that they put these children on. And he was very good at that. He was very knowledgeable. He was very good. But then he had this idea of going to open up a school. But what we didn't know was behind the scenes, Umar Johnson had a lot of stuff going on. And him saying that he's a child psychologist, he needs some type of psychological evaluations himself because he's not wrapped too tight up here. We found out his relationship with his father. Coming online and speaking out against him, right? His daughter coming online, the conscious stripper, all kinds of stuff, right? But at the same time, he was able to weather those storms because he was very smart and very charismatic. He would come online and say things like this to lull the people back to sleep.
College is sending Black people into debt, lifelong poverty in the form of student loans. We have to prepare our children not for college, but for economic self-development. The dominant narrative of public education in America is to prepare children to go to college. Schools exist to get your child into college. For African children, that's not a worthy goal because college doesn't guarantee opportunity. It doesn't even guarantee a job.
And he's a very good speaker, right? So he would cater to our some of our insecurities, our vulnerabilities, and he would be able to actually speak on those things, to tell you certain things to make you feel good and see yourself and know that you have to make certain changes, right? Umar's good at that. But the one thing that Umar's horrible at is actually implementing those same things into his personal life and being the example or the change that he expects other people to be. Umar Johnson it's been a colossal failure when it comes to that in himself. And it's reflecting out, because remember, he said he wanted to build the school. It's 15 years later. The children he said that he was going to build the school for, they done graduated from college by now. That's all over. So you don't have mothers that donated to him. It's never been no school. Nobody's talking about him. But yet and still, he's been able to weather the storm because he was able to talk like this.
Go down your social media feed. Does it look like Black America's in a crisis? Go down your YouTube. Does it look like Black America's in a crisis? Right. Go through your Twitter.
True.
If you did not know how racist America was, and you went to Black Twitter, Black Instagram, Black TikTok, Black
Nothing
YouTube,
important there.
could you tell?
No.
Don't it look like we live in the best times of our lives?
Absolutely.
Because Black people are like overgrown children. Slavery arrested our psychopolitical development. Slavery arrested our psychopolitical development. The slave system turned us into eternal children in this country. What do children do? They spend their money on the things that they like.
Right.
And they beg their parents for the things that they need. Is that not Black America? $2 billion on Air Jordans every year.
You're right.
$4 billion on liquor, $30 billion on hair and beauty, nearly $1 billion on chicken, turkey, beef, and pork, multiple billion on video games, multiple million on children's cologne. But half the Black boys in America in 4th grade can't read on their grade level.
That's a fact.
Half the Black boys in America in 8th grade can't read on their grade level.
Definitely.
But we spending $21 million on cologne. I don't excuse nothing another race does to my people. Because as a human being, you should be able to practice decency whether you're dealing with a billionaire or somebody who's dead, broken, homeless on the street. You understand me?
Definitely.
But we have to look in the mirror too and look at how we make it easy for people to disrespect us.
But now the heat has been coming down on him, right? We know that we already know the conscious stripper issue. We saw the situation with his daughter and his children's mothers coming out against him. His daughter, she has mental health issues. She's online just just acting a double dog fool, right? But she's exposing him at the same time. I told you when his father came online and exposed him, right? But now you have this woman that was exposed to him, and I'm not going to play that clip of him going on there talking about her insides and saying what she smelled like and all this kind of stuff. Because remember, he's supposed to be a doctor, a professor. Like, this is like undoctor-like, right? Especially, you know, for a guy that's supposed to be an intellectual. This is your intellectual. This is the man that we're going to trust our children around. This guy right here, this guy, right? To the point where he's become a joke, where black women are now turning on him because they saw what he did to that woman. They saw the way he handled that conscious stripper some years ago when he called her all out of her name and was very disrespectful. And they let it slide. He was able to get by. But now when this woman came and aired him out and talked about him and talked about his mom and the living conditions that he has his mother in, right? The ship is leaking oil now. Black women have totally turned on Dr. Umar Tunde Johnson because they're going online saying this.
Umar Johnson's mother has dementia. Dr. Umar Johnson's mother has dementia. The lady on YouTube, I'm going to say allegedly, even though she has the receipt, she's on the Leonard Honor Show. She said that the house is not livable and it is in inhumane conditions. She said the refrigerator is so nasty that it needs to be disposed. She said the refrigerator is so nasty that it needs to be disposed. She said the lady has dementia and she does not like to get changed at all. She started kicking and fighting and crying. She said that Umar Johnson will not get her professional help, probably because he is ashamed of the living condition.
And now it's to a point where a man that was supposed to be taken serious and, you know, and the things that he was doing is now turned into a whole clown show. He's just being clown in everything he's doing. He's getting absolutely no respect, right? No respect. You have black women, black men, everybody's coming for him because he went online saying that he needs money because they froze his accounts. While everybody been asking for the school, right? To the point where they're saying this.
Make this make sense to me. Dr. Umar is broke. His bank accounts was frozen. He begging people for money. Ain't this the same man that was building the school? He said send it his PayPal. Hold off on the checks and money orders. Is something wrong? Let me know. I don't know. Is the man broke? Is Dr. Umar broke? Is this a joke? Is this real? I just saw the video and I'm a little confused. What's going on? Now, I ain't against nobody being broke and nobody not having money, but does Dr. Umar have any money? Is he broke? Is something going on, kings and queens? Please let me know, because if this man was building a school and now he's broke and he's supposed to be a doctor, something's going on. I got 5 degrees and I ain't broke. I ain't saying the man broke, but something don't sound right. So please let me understand. Please let me know. If Dr. Umar is broke, I want to know. I do. I'm nosy like that. And you are nosy too. Now, I hope it's just a joke and he's not broke. But if his bank accounts are frozen, he ain't got no money. Something's going on, kings and queens. Something is going on.
Smokey, I got something to tell you. Dr. Umar just said that his bank accounts is frozen. Apple Pay is frozen. He ain't got no money right now. He waiting on them to unfreeze his accounts because all the money that he stole from people is getting chargebacks and they want their fucking money back. But he asking the indigenous people of America to help him because he was just in Africa talking to indigenous people of Americas. How we so stupid and how we over here calling ourselves Africans. He was over there telling the Africans that. How we over here calling ourselves indigenous. So I got something to say. Umar, I don't even want to call you a doctor because I know that's a lie. Or nobody. Not a body. Your African brothers and sisters can't help you over there in Africa. You was just over there. You spent money to go there. They can't help you. They can't.
Now, Umar Tunde Johnson, he came online the other day and he talked about how they froze his assets and he can't get get into his personal accounts to get any money. They froze the FDMG Academy school's assets. They froze all of these assets, right? So now he's asking the public for money again. And I'm telling you, it's going to be some idiots out there that's going to send it to him. But why would you send this guy money, right? Why? You can clearly see that this man has some mental health issues. Because with all the things that he's done online and all the exposures that's been coming his way lately, for him to come online and still ask the public for money, you know that something's going on up here. Yes, he's brilliant book-wise. Yes, he can talk, but he has some type of psychological issues. There's a lot of brilliant people that have psychological issues, man. He's not normal. He's not wrapped too tight. And I don't understand how you guys don't understand it to the point where he's talking like this.
Y'all to listen up. I got a very important announcement. This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple of dollars. I logged into my account just to check my balance because I haven't done so since I left for South Africa back on July 10th. Only to discover that I could not log into my account. So then I called the bank to find out what was going on. And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank. And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account as well as the school account. I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account. Brothers and sisters, if you have sent a donation to FDMG, let's give it until the end of the month to see if this gets cleared up. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude. If you have sent a check or money order donation to FDMG, let's wait until August the 1st, Black August, and see if this situation has gotten cleared up. They told me they sent me a letter to this point on July the 10th, the day that I left for South Africa. I was told that the timeline of suspicious activity was June 25th to July the 10th. That's when Medea went public. Everybody knows who Medea is. I believe Medea and Pastor were fraudulently trying to get into my account. And if we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested because fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. In the time Medea went public, and I went for South Africa. So brothers and sisters, if you want to make a donation to FDMG, you must send it to PayPal. Hold off on the checks and money orders until the situation is resolved. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. If I find out Medea and Pastor C had anything to do with this, I was told that they can be arrested for federal offense. Now, with that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. Pay using my cell number. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when this situation is going to be resolved. FDMG is coming. We just got to lay down on floors, brothers and sisters. Lay down on floors, and we applying for a certificate of occupancy.
And I'm saying, I'm serious. Umar Johnson is not sane. He's not like mentally there. He's out to lunch, right? This is the thing. You was just in Africa, talking bad about us here. saying that those that don't want to associate with Pan-Africanism is either Pan-Africanism or nothing. You claiming you indigenous to America and you this, well, why don't you tell your Africans to get that money for you for the school? Why don't you tell the president of Ghana to donate the money so you can open up the FDG Academy? You was in Ghana shucking and jiving and talking trash about us back home, but now you coming back home asking us for money. Like I'm just saying, it's just like a lot of weirdo stuff going on, man. Right? When are y'all gonna just tell him, yo, go fix the situation with your daughter before you talk to us? And we don't trust you. We don't trust you. We don't trust our children to be around you because you didn't even love your children enough to go try to make it work. And when they lashing out on you online, look at the way you handle it. Look at the way you handling your daughter. So we know that you ain't right. The way you deal with conflict resolution ain't right. How you gonna be able to work with staff members? How are you going to be able to work with staff members when there's a conflict or a disagreement? How is Dr. Umar and that Ifa Tunde going to handle that? Because the way that the behavior that you displayed and the things that you showed us has been, man, listen, it's not up to a level of what a black intellectual should be, educated man should be. Something's wrong with you. Something's wrong. Like, he needs some real psychological evaluation. And he's getting exposed. The Most High is allowing him to be exposed on multiple levels, man. Because you've been lying for a long time. And we can tell that you are a bad manager of money. You don't have the proper people in place or in position to allow you to get right to open up the school. You're trying to do it all on your own. And you may be educated, but when it comes to economics and actually handling money, you're horrible at it. That's not your area of expertise. Why don't you have people in those areas that can help you get this thing done, right? That's letting me know that you are incapable of working with other people. So why would we trust our children around you in that type of environment when you're not a good person at all? You are a horrible person. And it's sad. It's a sad thing, man. But I'm going to cut this video short here. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this situation with Dr. Umar Johnson, man. Right? Should he go to Africa and tell them to donate him the money and stop asking us? Because he hasn't delivered on his promises. He hasn't even delivered on his promises to his own children. You notice with him, it's always some trauma or drama surrounding him. And at the end of the day, it's always everybody but him. Just think about the issues. The situation with the girl that he's talking about, her inside stink. Right? The situation with his father, the situation with his two daughters, the situation with the conscious stripper, right? The situation with Sukiyana. All is everybody else's fault but his. When you ever see Dr. Umar Johnson come online and take full accountability and responsibility for the wrongs that he do or his actions? Never. Never. He has psychological issues, man. And don't connect yourself to that kind of spirit because that spirit will jump on you. So I'm going to end this video right here, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.